We mute it. Yo. Okay. We are live, baby. We are live, man. The Detroit Lions. Welcome to the Week 3 post-game show. Phone lines will be back open during Week 6. Week 6 next week. We got the Monday night game. It's going to be late. Maybe I'll open them next week. We'll be late, but the phone lines will be open. The system, I figured out what to do. We'll bring the phone lines in the next time the Lions play. If you guys want me to bring them in for the late game, we can do that. But the Lions, man, we got Dan Campbell's press conference already pulled up. I'm already ready for that when that eventually goes live. Let me do that. Let me bring that here, and we'll go live there. Let me find my chat real quick. Let me pull it out. The Detroit Lions, man, it's just so much to say. It's so much to say, but let's get right into it, man. Let's keep an eye on that Dallas-Baltimore game. The Rams upset the 49ers, who now 49ers are 1-2. The entire NFC West is 1-2, except the Seattle Seahawks. They have sole possession of first place right now, and they still play. They're playing either now or later. So no matter what happens today, the Seattle Seahawks are in first place of the NFC West. How crazy is that? Shout out to the Rams, bro. I gave them no chance, and they won today's game. The Niners, nice, big, fat, humble pie. The Rams avoid an 0-3 start, and the Baltimore Ravens, now we're watching that game, seeing what the outcome of that game is going to be. But let me get this thing going real quick. Hold on. All right, I want that game. I want to pull that up. Matthew Stafford, man, was vintage. Vintage Matthew. We will be bringing in the post-game show per usual. All right, 2-minute warning. Baltimore has the ball. We'll keep our eye on that game. But let's get it started, man. We're going to start this thing with the way we usually do it. We got the press conference open. When Dan Campbell gets on the podium, we'll bring it in per usual. All right, so here we go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. The Detroit Lions avoid losing 2 in a row in the last 2 years. They have not lost 2 in a row since October of 2022. In addition to that, Kyler Murray has still not beaten the Detroit Lions. A lot of good to take away from this game. The offense, they started to click. I still think we missed Josh Reynolds, but that's neither here nor there. The Lions got the dub. We still need today was a hot mess, like just all over the place. I'm all over the place because the Lions was all over the place. Derek Barnes goes out. He's ruled out. Alex Anzalone didn't play. We also lost Aleem McNeil. Sam Laporta got rolled up on. So we took a big hit today, injury-wise. Don't know the extent. We'll know all of that stuff as the week progresses. But the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, win a must-win game. They had to split at least these next 2 games. Now, that game against the Seattle Seahawks, back at the crib, Monday Night Football is going to be giant. Going to be giant. A lot of good I saw. I'm surprised we got a sack on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. What I didn't realize is that he was only going to throw the ball to 3 people. Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, and Deutschmarks. That was it. Outside of that, and it's crazy how we dominate Kyler Murray. We have continued to do this his entire career, and we continue it now. The Lions got a big win today. The Green Bay Packers won. The Minnesota Vikings 3-0. The Chicago Bears, we thought they were going to be maybe 3rd place in the division. This team is falling off a cliff. It's the Minnesota Vikings that we need to worry about. The Malik Willis is now 2-0 for the Green Bay Packers. So the Detroit Lions needed to win this game to stay on pace to really kind of fight for the division. Now, I will say this. The first quarter of the season, you can't really judge, right? We've seen the last time the Minnesota Vikings started 3-0, they went 8-8. So people can fall off a cliff. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year, we beat them. They lost 3 in a row after that. They wind up winning a playoff game and winning the division. So it's too early to crown anybody champion, but this goes a long way for division seeding. Speaking of Tampa Bay, they lost today. So a win today was huge. And I don't know about you, but it means a big deal for me. When we win, the week goes much, much faster. Brian Branch, a football player, knows how to hit, and he took on Ivan Drago, lost that fight. I hope he's okay. Very, very possible he has a concussion, and he might be out next week as well. So Brandon Joseph needs to step up. The Lions might have to make some moves. I don't know what they can do as far as going outside the team and bring somebody in. Kirby Joseph, absolute dog. Ben Johnson, third quarter woes still exist. We did not score a single point in the third quarter. Ben Johnson is much too cute. Here's what I'll give credit to. Aaron Glenn. I've been on this guy since year one, game one, and he has shown up 3 consecutive games. Got to give it to him. We've now held our opponents to 20, 20, and 10. So the Lions have only allowed 50 points. And as far as offense, the Arizona Cardinals struggled today. They really struggled. So I'm telling you, man, the NFL is a wonky place. Absolutely wonky place. But let's do what we always do, bring in the stats. The Lions pretty much dominated this game. First downs, 23-17. Passing first downs, 11-10. Rushing first downs, 10-2. Look at this. This is what we should have been doing. This is what we should have been doing. Run the football. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I see this stuff. Run the ball. Look at this. 12-2. You run the football. First down from penalties. The Lions were just really bad today. Cardinals, 5 first downs from penalties. Third down efficiency, Lions 50%, Cardinals 1 for 9. Fourth down, neither team converted. Total plays, this is more like it, ladies and gentlemen, 68, not 89. 53 for the Cardinals. Total yards, again, superior in yardage. 373 to the Cardinals, 277. Total drives, 11-11. Yards per play, pretty equal, 5.5 to 5.2. Passing, mediocre day, 186 to 200. Look at this, 23 times. 23 times. To put that in perspective, Jared Goff threw the ball twice as many times, and you add another 7, 55 times. He threw the ball last week. Kyler Murray threw it 11 times more than him. Passing yards, 7.4 to 5.7. Interceptions thrown, 1-1. Both are ugly by each quarterback. Sacks, we got to Aiden Hutchinson got him. They shared the sack with Mekhi Wingo. Jared Goff was sacked twice. Rushing, this is what I'm talking about. Run the football. Both of them were eating. Monty could not be stopped. Gibbs could not be stopped. Run the ball. This is how we're strong. We doubled them up plus 10. Ben Johnson, stop being cute. Run the football. Rush, 4.3, 4.3. Red zone, look at that. What do you know? Only made it 2 times, scored both times. What do you know? Penalties, 9. Got to clean this up. 4 for the Arizona Cardinals. Turnovers, 1 for 1. Time of possession, 36 minutes and 49 seconds. We dominated the game, and we came away with the win. Listen, I got no problems with Aaron Glenn. 0. After 3 games, I have none. We knew we weren't going to sack Kyler Murray, and it's fitting that Hutch got half of them. Shout out to Mekhi Wingo as well. Fitting. It's fitting. Kirby Joseph, absolute dog. Brian Branch, I know what you was trying to do, bro. He went low. McBride is a big dude. He looks like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV, bro. Go look again. It's crazy. Hope he's okay. Linebacker core took a hit. Defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil. We don't know what it was. Sam Laporta got rolled up on a touchdown pass. A lot of injuries. We've been good for the first 2 games. Lot of injuries today, but the Detroit Lions get it done. If I have to give a game ball, I'm going to give it to Jared Goff. Went 14 for 14 in the first half. The longest completion streak of his career. He made a bonehead throw, but the scramble to win the game, he knew he had it, confident. That's my quarterback. Also got to give it to Monty. David Montgomery put the team on his back. If I have to get 4, I'll give 4 out. I'll give 1 to Aaron Glenn as well for keeping his defense the way it's been for 3 weeks. And I'll give another one to, who are we doing? We doing Goff. We doing Monty. We doing defense. And I had one more. But the Detroit Lions, man, they did something that we knew they could do. They could do. Now, I will say this. Ben Johnson, he's got to get it together. He's got to, this funny business in the third quarter, you got to stop all that. Again, we go scoreless in the third quarter. Scoreless. We got to stop being cute. We have a ground and pound running game. Run the football. David Montgomery was doing whatever he wanted to do. And Ben Johnson still was like, well, I'm going to get, what are you doing? It's starting to, you're going deep to J-Mo for what? Speaking of J-Mo, no, I'm not going to knock on him. He just seemed out of it today. He seemed out of it. He seemed a little frustrated. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. I mean, did he have a reception? I know he had the little reverse, but I'm not sure. So I know the number 2 receiving yards in the league probably took a massive hit today. Justin Jefferson went off, right? So, but Jameson Williams, he seemed like, I don't know, man. He loves football so much. It seems like when he doesn't get the ball, I'm not saying he was pouting but it just seems like he was not the same. Amon-Ra St. Brown, absolute dog, man. Sam Laporta got rolled up on, but he was out there as well. So we'll be touching in, keeping track of our guys this week. We got to keep an eye on Derek Barnes, Alex Anzalone. I think the linebacker core did very good to not have Alex out there. Jack Campbell played well. Rodrigo played well. You know it's bad when Jalen Reeves-Maybin is a cover linebacker. That is not a thing. That is not a thing. But he did okay today. Got a little rough in the passer. Dumb penalty to me. But the Lions get the W. And Dan Campbell remains, but Kyler Murray has not beaten the Detroit Lions. Lions haven't lost 2 in a row in almost 2 years. And we get not only do we play the Seattle Seahawks, which we owe them, but we get a bye week. And that early bye week might be a blessing for our Detroit Lions. So I am excited. Again, third quarter, we clean that third quarter up. And I know what y'all going to say, but I still, listen, we need a third wide receiver. Tim Patrick caught a pass. We need a third. I don't know if we can keep leaning on the same 2 guys. We got to get somebody involved, that third wide receiver role. It's got to happen. But Lions get the W today. The week is going to go by super fast now. We got a Monday night game next Monday as we welcome in the Seattle Seahawks, who they're just despicable to me. The Seahawks annoy me. I don't know if it's Geno and DK Metcalf and Kenneth Walker, but they annoy me. Something about them annoys me. They just do, man. So anyway, Lions back at home, get this W. Let's go to 3-1. 3-1. Man, it feels good. Losing sucks. It feels good. Take care of yourself and each other. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. Lions move to 2-1. And as always, go Lions. All right, we back. The Detroit Lions are up. The postgame show is on. When Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes get in front of the media, I will bring it in per usual. Hey, yo. I said I wasn't going to say nothing no more, man, but I can't help myself. Bro. I can't help myself, man. Lot of, you notice it's a postgame show going on the same time mine is going on. Y'all see that, man? Y'all see that junk with the same thumbnail as mine? Young punks. Junk is funny to me, bro. Let me catch up with the chat. Man, it feels good to win, don't it? Losing sucks. Motor City Mania in the building. What's up, bro? Says Ben Johnson needs to figure out this offense out and in a darn hurry. I agree. Got to get them third quarter wolves together, man. Appreciate you, David. One of the only. It's only a few of us with integrity who talk Detroit Lions. A few of us, and David Pike is one of them, man. Appreciate you for being in here. All we do is win, Finn, because the offense is not performing like it should be. Ben Johnson needs to get fixed. I agree. But, David, we also missing Josh Reynolds. If you look, bro, statistically, we missing Josh. Sam Laporta ain't what he was last year. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. I was trying to tell everybody, you can't duplicate. Next year ain't going to be this year ain't last year. You know what I'm saying? They could have Monty. What's the score with that Cowboys game? Oh, Baltimore with the squeak. Well, that's who I wanted to win anyway, but I don't get to troll Baltimore Ravens fans. So Baltimore Ravens avoid disaster, and Cowboys fans are going, listen, if you want a good laugh, I want you as you make you a little nice bubble bath, right? Get the bubbles real high, water warm, okay? Get your best slippers. I want you to slide into the bubble bath, and I want you to have the little desk that go across the tub, and I want you to put on a Cowboys stream. Watch every Cowboys video you can. Watch, and while you at it, watch a Bucks video too. But watch these Cowboys fans, bro. They lose their mind. I want you to start with Mark Holmes and go down the list. They all lose their mind. This is absolutely beautiful. Lions needed this win for real. Is Branch all right? He looked like he got concussed. The dude looked like he was KO. Brian Branch is a football player, and here's Dan Campbell at the podium. Turn it up. Fix the audio.
Whereas in the first half, offensively, man, we're converting touchdowns, moving the ball, and then they're having a little bit of success. So it was just a great team performance, it was, and proud of the guys.
10, 15 runs on the first 2 touchdown drives. How important was it for you guys to go out there and kind of reestablish who you are and what you think you do best?
Yeah, I thought it was that was going to be a big thing for us, but also make this team play somewhere they haven't been necessarily in their first 2 games. They've really kind of controlled both games, Buffalo and the Rams. They got up early, and and they were able to do really what they wanted to do. And so that was, if we could get on them early and just try to establish the run game, physical type battle, defense, do what we needed to do. That was going to be our best chances here to have success, and it worked out.
Murray had a perfect passer rating last week in the game.
Yeah.
What were you guys able to do? It was less than half that this week. 45 yards. I think he was a leading rusher. Just what were you able to do with him specifically? How proud are you of the way you kind of handled their offense?
Well, I think a lot of it there again, it goes to the front, but it goes to the coverage too. I mean, our coverage, I thought for the most part played pretty dang good. Man, we were in tight coverage. And you have to make tight throws when you have tight coverage, and then that's with people bearing down on you. We're pretty disciplined up front in our rush lanes. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We knew they were going to get some, inevitably. He's a good player. But we were able to do that, and then I think a lot of it, too, is not only to stop Steve Fitzler, but offensively, we were able to, possess the ball and continue to put a little bit of pressure on them. When you're able to stay up 2 scores for most of the game, that applies a little pressure on your opponent. So, but it was a great job. AG had a hell of a plan. I thought those guys on defense really played outstanding. I thought the 3 and outs there in the second half that we had, the sudden change, after the turnover offensively that we had, the defense takes the field, gets a huge stop.
Thank you.
Stop, the turnover, all of it. It was good. Yeah, I think it gives those guys a lot of confidence, and I think, that's something they can really sink their teeth into. I think our backs, it's one of those, they just kind of feed off each other, Dave Montgomery and Gibbs and that O-line, and they're able to, establish the ground game, and yes, the physical side of it. Like, at least it doesn't mean you're going to have 10-yard runs every time, but you know what kind of game you're about to walk into, if you're the opponent. Like, this is the type of day it's going to be, and that's really what you want to establish. But then the flip side of that, too, is, I thought, man, it helps Goff, too, right? He just, I don't know if he had an incomplete pass in the first half. I mean, he was playing very efficient. He was very smart, found the checkdowns. The shots aren't there, check it down, and those checkdowns were huge for us. I mean, they ended up being a number of those were 8+. So, it was big. Like I say, total team performance. Special teams came up, big. That second half playing field position. Jack Fox had a couple of really big-time punts. So. Yeah, I don't. I'll know more tomorrow at some point. Both of them have injuries. I can't say they're not going to be long term, but I don't feel like it's something like we're worried about season ending. But we'll know a lot more tomorrow on those things. When we're able to get home and check it out. I mean, look, I think what I know of this team, what we know of each other is very much intact, and that's that, man, we're a pretty resilient group, and that'll always be part of who we are, I believe, because we have the right guys, right coaches, right players. And so then it's just about, man, okay, how do we play the game here, And I think what helps is, like, this game, we knew we were going to come in, and this was going to give us our best chance to have success. We really felt like is establish the run, really, hit the ground game, and defensively, we knew we needed to bottle him up over there and stop their run. But I think we can play different types of games. I mean, last week, we scored one or two of those in the red zone. Well, hell, we threw it 50 times, over 50 times, and we had a chance to win that game. So I think that's what makes you feel pretty good is that I feel like we can play different types of games. I mean, we can do whatever we need to with special teams, defense, and offense, and we just got to find a way to win every week, and they could be different every time. Yeah, I mean, well, we'll know a lot more tomorrow on that, but it looks like, it could be a perfect time. And then, I love the fact that we're going into a Monday game, then the bye. The Monday, we get an extra day of recovery here before we have to play again, so there could be some of those. That's going to help our guys out that got a little banged up today, between Branch and we'll see on Mack, we'll see on Barnes. We had some other guys that got some nicks and bruises, and so hopefully that'll help us heal up. Yeah, I thought he was very active. I did. I thought he was active back there, and thought he was seeing the field. I thought he was roaming pretty good. That was a heck of a play on the interception, and I just feel like he's I don't know if quiet's the right word, but quietly improving here. He's quietly getting better, and I mean that in a good way. So he's getting better, and I think just with I think that whole secondary, the more they're able to play together, the better we're going to get. They're just going to continue to get better and better and better between Branch and Kirby and CD and TA and Meek, all those guys just playing together, man. It's just going to keep getting better and better. It's really gotten better every week. Yeah, my understanding was that it wasn't close. So on that one, but look, the challenge that they had on the fourth down, I just felt like it was, it's not like I had perfect eagle eyesight to it, and as a matter of fact, somebody kicked the flag out of the way while it was going or when they were getting tackled, but it just felt like where he was going down and the way he was going down kind of backwards and with his, I just felt like, man, it's worth a challenge. It's going to be close. And so to me, it was worth it, So it ended up being a big play. It's a great job by Davis, I mean, it's a heck of a job, man, finishing on that play.
Sam was going in and out after his injury. Are you able to kind of detail what he was dealing with?
Yeah, he had an ankle sprain. Yeah.
Was Goff trying to get the snap off before they came in the first half?
The one where they pressured us up the middle? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, the whistle was blowing for. I mean, I heard the whistle like it felt like a good full second before we even snapped it. You know, because I could hear them down there, and then I look and we hadn't snapped it yet. Then they snap it. So, well, I mean, yeah, it's fortunate, but I mean, the whistle had blown well ahead of time. Yep.
Excuse me. All right. So if anybody else gets in front of the podium, we will ask. We'll bring them in as well. I'll give the audio crew some slack because they are on the road and they have to deal with whatever they're given. But I would assume that the Lions, being the multi-million-dollar franchise, billion-dollar franchise they are, that they could have some type of audio equipment. My audio could be better than that audio. So we got to get the Lions travel team to work on something if they are allowed to, because you couldn't hear any of the questions that anybody was asking. So if you didn't hear, the Sam Laporta has an ankle sprain. Did not say if it was high or low or regular ankle. Highs take longer to heal. That is a bad thing, but he was back out there. The Lions, just in case you did not know, Allen Robinson wears number 8, Josh Reynolds' old number. Tim Patrick Wells wears 17. I did not see Allen Robinson out there. I'm not sure if he was. Jersey was crispy. So, but maybe he was pulled up. A lot of y'all are asking about the offense. The third quarter woes, that's 100% Ben Johnson. That's 100%. Well, I'll put 75% of it on Ben Johnson. If you look at, let's do this. I've been telling y'all for 3 weeks, even in the offseason, that Josh Reynolds not being here is a big deal. It's a big deal. And y'all like, no, we don't need Josh Reynolds. He don't need to be here. Josh Reynolds not being here is a big deal. It's a huge deal. My bad with the audio snafu at the beginning. Let me pull this out. Now, I'm not talking about what Josh Reynolds is doing in Denver. I'm talking about what he was doing in Detroit. Him not being here is a big deal. Let me pull this chat up real quick. Okay, so when somebody gets up, let's look. Let's see who our number 3 receiver was. If we look at the Detroit Lions, receiving yards, number 1, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 2, Sam Laporta. Number 3 was Brock Wright. Number 4, I don't know how Jahmyr Gibbs has 0 receptions for 20 yards. Not our next wide receiver was Jamison Williams. 1 reception, 9 yards. It was like a little screen pass. This is a big deal, people. I'm trying to tell you. Tim Patrick, 1 reception for 8 yards. We are missing the production and the body of Josh Reynolds. And I think now, if you are denying it, then you're in denial. If you don't want to say, you know what, Derek, we're missing it, that's because you just don't want to accept it. You just don't want to accept it. Here's Hutch right now.
This season in terms of getting to the quarterback.
I feel like my mentality's gotten a little bit better, and I feel like throughout the game, if I don't have a sack, it's just I feel like my mentality's a little bit sharper. And then again, I think as a D-line, we're all rushing together a lot more, and I think that helps. And I think collectively as a defense, we're playing very well, and it makes it a little easier to get sacks when your corners cover and the D-line rushes. So it's really a lot of the credit goes to them for sure.
Arizona coming into today averaged 35 points per game. They're held to just 13. How did that collective group effort keep these Cardinals off the scoreboard for the most part?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to play our brand of football, and in their previous games, they pulled away really fast, and we knew that if we had a fast start, we're in this game and we can win it. And that's what we did. Offense went down and scored. We let one up, but we just stayed in it, and I think that was the difference.
It's hard to tell whose arena, whose stadium this is today with all the Lions fans. What kind of statement did this team make on the road in front of a very packed Lions crowd?
I always forget that we travel so heavy to these away games, and so the snap counts change, and they start going on silent counts, and honestly, it helps as a D lineman as getting a get off. That is the biggest difference when they're screaming when we're on defense. So, yeah, they're awesome. I mean, I will stand by that we got the best fans in the NFL.
Appreciate it, Hutch. Congrats. Thank you.
Hey, put some respect on my name, bro. Put some respect on my name. I've been telling y'all all off season that Hutch needed some help. Hutch needed some help, bro, and nobody is helping him. The closest one is Levi. That's it. Aiden Hutchinson is the only person getting to the quarterback. Marcus Davenport, where were you at? Okay, I have to believe that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell got to have something cooking, bro. I'm saying to listen, put in Uku. James Houston, inactive. If there's any game he needed to play, it needed to be this one, chasing down Kyler Murray. Marcus Davenport is a non-factor. Now, on the plus side, my clown suit tally did not really grow this week, so I'll take that. And by the way, DJ Reader still needs 2 sacks. He has to have 2 sacks as well. So I might be okay. But Marcus Davenport is a non-factor. 3 games in, he's a non-factor. Now, of course, I'll cut him some slack because he's Kyler Murray. He also has to play Geno Smith. Then we got to play Dak Prescott. Then we got to play Sam Darnold. If there's anybody he can get to, it should be Sam. But Aiden Hutchinson is the only person remotely getting the quarterback down. So that might be a problem. I'm at the point now, Yannick Ngakoue, go get him. You know what I'm saying? Hassan Reddick, unhappy in the mug. He unhappy. I mean, listen, give him a 1-year deal. Do something, bruh. Aiden, like, can I get some help? I wish I had more help because Marcus Davenport is not it. But what he did do is get a hands to the face today. Look, listen, this whole time, I've only been going by the numbers. Man. But speaking of numbers, let's look. Let's look again as we wait for the next player to come up on the podium. Let's look at this. Let's look at this because I want y'all to see this. Let's go to the defense real quick. Defense. Brian Branch was an absolute dog. 6 tackles. He had 9 tackles. 6 of them were by himself. Shout out to Terrion Arnold too. He had a rough start. Went down, low hit from Kyler Murray. He dove head first, hit him in the knee. He didn't want to come out. He came out, finished the game, made some plays. He's learning from his mistakes. Got called for a pass interference again in the first half, but that second half played a lot better. You can see he was grabbing, but he would let go. Grab, let go. So Terrion will be fine. I trust that. Jahmyr Gibbs, 16 carries, 83 yards. He gonna break one this year. Look at this. Where's Marcus Davenport? Where is Marcus Davenport, bro? Aiden Hutchinson, 3rd in tackles. Rodriguez, Jack Campbell, Kirby Joseph, Mekhi Wingo. Where you at, bro? Marcus Davenport. What are we doing, bro? Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he got one. Him and Marcus Davenport got the same amount of tackles. And this dude play offense. What is this? What is this, bro? We trying to win Super Bowls. This guy trying to get carried to the Super Bowl, bro. He got the same amount of tackles. The same amount of tackles is hey, we need somebody on this team, bro. The interception. He made the tackle with the interception. That's why. So, listen. Today was a big game. It was a big game for the Detroit Lions. They needed this win to stay pace. Again, we cannot judge the first couple weeks of the season. So I'll give Marcus Davenport, Monty, 23 carries, 106 yards. Feed Monty the football. That's why we brought him in. That's why we let Jamal Williams walk for this here. Monty was taking half the Cardinals defense with him. Why does Ben Johnson get cute on 3rd down and 3? Why? When you have a guy who can run the football like David Montgomery. I don't understand this. And that's what we want to see cleaned up. These 3rd quarter woes. We also want to see 3rd down and 2, run the football. If he gets stopped, fine. I'd much rather see a run, a creative run play at least on 3rd down and 2 than some bomb to Jamison Williams. Get the first down, get a fresh set of downs. Get a fresh set of downs. But again, a win is a win is a win. Winning doesn't cure everything. It covers everything. What did Dan Campbell say? Still a lot to clean up. A lot of penalties. Got to get together. Got to clean this thing up. But we found a way to win, and that's what we shall continue to do. And now we got to wait for the Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 receptions. 75 yards and 1 tutty. 1 tutty. That's what we need to do. How does... Okay, yeah, from the pick. Now, Houston get handled too much? Yes, he does. But guess who said that too? Guess who said that? Ladies and gentlemen, in the offseason, I told y'all that. James Houston on the sideline looking like a lost puppy. At this point, bring anybody else in. Go get Yannick. Yannick is still unemployed. He's still unemployed. I guarantee you what's going to happen. Somebody going to get hurt and bring him in. Lions, they took a hit today. Linebacker depth took a hit. Took a hit. And that early bye week wind up being a blessing. We got to escape Seattle, bring Seattle in here, get this dub, go to 3-1, go into the bye week, watch the rest of the NFC North. That's what we need to do. They need to clean up everything. Dan doesn't care. He has a major problem with Houston, says Matty B. Monty leveled up even more this offseason. He is the clear RB1 to me. I still love Gibbs, but Monty is a people mover. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Because you know what Gibbs is? A change of pace back. It's okay to have a change of pace back. But Gibbs ain't no slouch either. He'll take a couple people with him. But Monty is a different breed. Is a different breed, man. Every time he carries the ball, I was like, Lord, don't get hurt. Lord, don't get hurt. Lord, don't. Just please don't get hurt. Because he got 7 people on him. He got 7 people with him. If Dan is going to go for it at least on 4th down, at least let Jake Bates use that huge leg, Dan is like, forget. I don't care. Forget his leg. I don't care. I think we've seen the best golf we're going to see. Okay. All right, 86. And is that a problem? Is that a problem? Jared Goff went 14 for 14, bro. What do we want out of this man? What do we want out of this man? Kyler Murray, mobile, lost. Like, what do we want? It's an honest question. Hey, RG, you sure did. RG been talking about Monty since day one. Day one. When we was all crying over Jamal Williams for about 5 seconds, she been talking about him from the very beginning. What do we want out of Jared Goff? Who's at the podium? Jared Goff's at the podium. Speak of the devil. Here you go.
Absolutely. I think the first half was kind of as good as we can draw it up. I don't believe we had an incompletion. I think we were running it efficiently. In the second half, we just kind of kept stumbling over our own feet. And I have the turnover. We make some mistakes in different areas and couldn't get anything going until that last drive when we needed it most. And ultimately, we made it happen. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I thought he got creative. I thought that the touchdown was fun. We've been working on that one for a while, and I thought that was a good spot to call it. And yeah, I thought when we stalled there, kind of in the second half, he was committed to the run, and it ended up paying off for us at the end. First drive of the game. Yeah, it's what we wanted to do. We wanted to come out here and try to apply pressure and come out and start with the ball and score a touchdown. We did exactly that. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, and it opens up everything else. Yeah, certainly it opens up the play action game, and I think it just kind of lets the other team know that what we're here to do and run the ball like that, and you'll win a lot of games. Yeah. Yeah, a ton. Our defense is playing really well right now. I mean, that's 3 straight games there where they're doing some good things, and ultimately, we'd love to stretch that game open and make it a 3-score, 4-score game, and end it a lot earlier than that. But they held on and made some plays for us and picked us up when we needed it, and at the end of the game, we were able to close it out. Yeah. It's special, man. He's fun to watch at practice. You can see he took his game to the next level. This whole offseason, you could tell. I think I spoke about it last week, but like his whole body changed. You could just see like he's growing and mentally, physically, everything, and coming into his own as a player certainly. And I'm glad he's on our side. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is resiliency. I think, like you said, it's the ability to adapt to and play different types of games and win in different ways. And that was always our way last year as well. And I know the way that Dan wants to be is multiple and have the ability to win it through the air, through the on the ground and by our defense. And today was kind of a combination of all that. Huge, yeah. Right, huge. That's team ball right there, and makes me feel good when they're able to keep them from scoring when I make a critical mistake like that. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, I think he's going to probably be the last Lion that they interview. So again, man, we will definitely stay tuned to Lions Syndicate, and we will keep you up to date like I usually do on all things Detroit Lions. The phone lines, listen, next week we should be good. The thing about it is, do you guys want the phone lines open at 11:15 at night? If so, I will open them up next week. We'll start taking calls next week. If not, we'll do it week 6 and beyond and all that other stuff. The next game that I'll probably go to is maybe, I don't know, man, the Packers' finances are tight right now. Maybe the Packers, I've been invited to Dallas. I just have to get there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. You know, got to be responsible and things like that, but we shall see. But I will be here giving you as much Lions content as you can handle. The Lions, man, they made a big move today. They made a big move, but we are missing Josh Reynolds. There's no doubt about it. Today, if you look, the offense is not the same. Last year, this time, we were like second in yards per game, but scoring, we were at the bottom of the league. Or I think red zone, we were at the bottom. Scoring, we might have been in the middle. But the Detroit Lions are missing the red zone kind of body. Maybe that can be Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick has one more elevation. Tom Kennedy has one more elevation. And Allen Robinson has two. Dan Campbell likes Tim Patrick. There's no doubt about it. So I don't think we're not going to trade for Josh Reynolds. I don't see us trading for anybody. Now, if somebody was cut, then we have to have a conversation. But at the same time, Tim Patrick is going to have to be put on the active roster. He will not clear waivers. So the Detroit Lions will have to make a decision next week. I expect Tim, it could be Tom Kennedy and Allen Robinson. I expect Tim Patrick to be elevated again for week 4. And then during the bye week, actually right after that, the Lions got to make a decision. So somebody is going to have to get moved off this active roster. Very curious to know who it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be James Houston, but I tell you what, the beat writers they've been talking about him, bro, and they inside. And if you caught the glimpse, the one shot we saw of James Houston on the sideline today, he just didn't look like, and I'm going to tell you what, Isaiah Buggs, keep an eye on that situation. Remember that stuff from game 1. All we heard was Buggs, disagreement, disgruntled, all this other stuff. And next thing you know, 3/4 of the season, he's waived. So I'm not saying that James Houston is in the same category of Isaiah Buggs, but somebody got to go. Somebody is going to have to go from the 53-man roster to make room for Tim Patrick. He will not clear waivers. I guarantee you he won't. He chose to go to the Detroit Lions. He was cut, and he chose to come here. He will not clear waivers. I promise you that. Rams need some people. A lot of wire. By the time he plays his third elevation, will be after week 4. I totally expect him to be elevated next week. Arnold is only going to get better. I agree, 100%. Terrion Arnold is a rookie. Let's trade a pick for a good wide receiver. B-Love, I'm over that, bruh. I'm over that. Brad Holmes is 0 for 2 right now in trading for wide receivers. I say the damage is already done. You're going to have to work with what you got, or at this point, it's clear that Aiden Hutchinson still needs some help. Even with DJ Reader, he still needs some help. So this ain't a knock on DJ Reader, but he still needs some help. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see the Detroit Lions make a move for somebody. At this point, just give me anybody. Go out and get a Yannick Ngakoue who's unemployed. He'll probably cost no money at all, right? But it's obvious. Or give Mekhi Wingo a chance. Give Isaac Ukwu a chance. You cut Matthew Betts, who's not an NFL player, for a guy who's not on the field. He's not even on the field, bro. So we keep talking about how Matthew Betts ain't an NFL player, but James Houston ain't on. He's played 3 snaps. 3. Y'all mean to tell me Betts couldn't do better than that? Yes. Laporta got an ankle sprain. So still a bit bumpy, but the offense looked a whole lot better overall. Frustrating that we have a good edge to help, that we don't have a good edge to help Hutton, but we cut him. He's back with the other Lions doing pretty well. Yeah, now the talent is different. Dana, that's facts. We all know that, right? But I think at this point, like, James Houston is a non-factor. He's been a non-factor for 3 games. Now, I will say this, and we'll wrap the show up. I'll say this. James Houston came alive at the end of season 1, right? 2022, he was a non-factor. He came alive. So all we have is these 7 games, 8 sacks in 7 games. So could he come out and do the same thing? He could. But the difference that I've been trying to make is he's figured out. He's figured out. People know James Houston is a small dude. When you think about a pass rusher, he's a small guy. And he can, if he doesn't bend past you or run past you, he gonna get handled. That's just it. I believe Matthew Betts would have been better as well. Let's sign Thanos. I'm sure he's great at rushing the passer. That's funny. None of these players will be on the field either. I don't know. I don't know. Answer. Okay. How about this? Can we argue that anybody, is it safe to say that maybe anybody would be better than Marcus Davenport at this point? Is Marcus Davenport proving to be opposite Hutch? Can we safely say that? Can we talk about the offense disappearing in the second half, specifically GTA the third quarter? Props for calling Houston 2 years ago while everyone's praising him. It's this. James Johnson says this dude. Who you talking about, bro? You talking about me? Let me take my glasses off so I can make sure I can see you. You talking about me? And if so, speak your case, bro. This is, it's free speech. Open. Well, it ain't free speech, but it's open for dialogue. But go ahead. All right, well, say what you got to say, James Johnson. The choice is yours. The floor is yours, bro. While we waiting on James to slow type, let's see what he got. I wish the phone lines was open because, James, you'll be the first person to call. Be tripping. Why do we have third quarter issues still? Because he gets too cute. Agree, need someone consistent on the other side. Houston in coverage will be worse than Reeves. Ooh. No, Alex Anzalone was hurt last week. He was held out today. He had a concussion. Also, Derek, that the Cardinals receiver lowered his helmet on the hit with Branch. It was 100% on him. There should be a penalty at some time. Listen, all I know, Alan, is that Brian Branch is a football player. And what I love about Brian is, a lot of these times I don't think these guys think. They don't think. Brian Branch he carrying mad chips on his shoulder, right? Trey McBride is a big dude. He's a big dude. Brian Branch stood no chance at all. And he still, without hesitating, went into the fire. And he lost. Somebody said it was a neck injury in the chat. I have no confirmation of that. Appreciate the membership. James says, how many teams have 2 elite pass rushers? Hutch leads the leagues in sacks right now. Defensive pressures, Kyler Murray, most of the game disrupted from making him clean throws. Not sure how much you can ask for. James, here's what I can ask for, bro. This is what I can ask for. You mentioned the word elite, right? I've never asked for elite pass rusher. I have asked for somebody on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson. That is all I have asked for. And I'm not talking about Marcus play 4 games Davenport. I'm not speaking of an elite pass rusher. I'm talking about one guy who can get to the quarterback outside of that one guy. Okay? With the Lions, Charles Harris, no. James Houston, no, he had one good year. Everybody keep talking about elite pass rushers. We don't have another one on our team. Not an elite pass rusher, a competent pass rusher. I don't understand this, James. Are you new? Did you just find my channel? Because I have never said an elite pass rusher. And I'm sure there's at least 10 teams with 2. At least. We talking about mid-tier pass rushers. We have one elite guy. One. Everyone else is bottom tier, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand this. Y'all hear the word elite. I'm asking for something. I don't understand y'all. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. Let's go over the numbers, shall we? Aiden Hutchinson, 6.5 sacks. Mekhi Wingo, half a sack. Josh Pascal, nothing. Levi, 1. Marcus Davenport, half. You can't tell me that that's not a discrepancy? Do you think I'm asking for an elite pass rusher? I'm asking for anybody. I don't understand y'all. Y'all make up what y'all want to hear. I have been asking for somebody to help Aiden, who he has none at this point. James, I'm just making sure you can hear me. I have never said an elite pass rusher. I have never said that. I have said somebody to help him because he's never had it. James Houston came on for half a season, and he was the answer. He was never the answer. What he was a rookie that nobody knew who he was. Now that they got him figured out, he's not even in the game. And I don't have to speak. The numbers speak for me. Aiden Hutchinson, 6.5. There's no one else on our team with more than one. I have never said that. I'm not asking Brad to go sign. Listen, you heard me say go get Yannick. Oh, Yannick is bad against the run. Who cares? We don't need another run stuffer. We got enough. I'm asking for someone to help this brother out. I have never, ever, y'all think I'm emotional. I might be. But I've always based all my stuff off the numbers. And right now, the numbers are proving me right. DJ Reader is not going to get more than 2 or 3 sacks. Aleem might have 5 in him on a good. Marcus Davenport is a non-factor. But the defense overall is playing well. Shout out to Aaron Glenn, bro. Back up against the wall. You done had 3 years to get yourself together, and he coming out balling. I take it. 50 points in 2 games? I take that. Better record than the 49ers right now? I take that. Hey, Derek, don't give yourself a heart attack. No, I'm good. Good point. Our defense, no one in the NFL got 6, do they? I don't know, because I didn't keep up today. I know Hutch got the half, right? So he had 4.5, 1, so he's at 6. He was leading going into today's game. I haven't looked at the stats. I'm not sure. I know that the Minnesota Vikings they had the most sacks per team at 11 going into today's game. I don't know what they have after that. Had a feeling when I joined he was going to be the topic. I didn't bring this up. No, Betts, do y'all watch the channel? Do y'all watch the content? Matthew Betts is back in the CFL. This team will not be successful until you get a solid pass rush. How can any secondary succeed when a QB gets 8 seconds? We have enough. Hey, Derek, don't give yourself a heart attack. Let me see. Goff has played like a mid-tier. Okay. So what are we doing? So now we're okay. So who do you want for quarterback? We got 8 minutes. We'll wrap the show up at an hour. Who do you want for your quarterback? I'm just so tired, man. What do we want out of Jared Goff? What do we want out of Jared Goff? I don't understand. And I feel like if you come with that energy, keep that same energy. So when we go to the playoffs, keep that same energy, right? It's only one team per year that wins a Super Bowl to make it. Okay. Are we really going to say that Brock Purdy is him, or is it the system that he's playing in? Right. So I don't know what the dude has to do. So if Jared Goff is mid, so what? So what? We've seen Trent Dilfer win a Super Bowl. Lamar Jack. Hold on.
Funniest guy who gets the job done. Likes how to's renovate so fun. Man, he's so crazy, better pick up the fun. Lamar Wilson.
Lamar Jackson. Is Lamar Jackson a mid quarterback? Is Lamar Jackson a mid quarterback? Because Lamar Jackson ain't never been to a Super Bowl. He has 2 playoff wins under his belt and 2 MVPs. Is Lamar Jackson a mid quarterback? What we saying about Lamar? Goff has been to a Super Bowl. Lamar, and he barely sniffed one. So I don't understand. What do we need, right? What do we need, man? What do we need? What do we want Jared from? Just tell me in the chat, what do you want from Jared Goff? Because it sounds like the same thing with Stafford. Put a team around him, put a team around him. Well, we doing that. Right? And I think Stafford is much more reckless than Jared Goff. Who's the better quarterback? I don't care. I really don't care. Any quarterback can get to the Super Bowl with the right team. Any quarterback. Trent Dilfer is the perfect example. Was Eli Manning the best quarterback? But he got carried to the Super Bowl. He did his part, but he did just enough. Stop throwing picks. Everybody throw picks. Everyone throws picks. Can we you know what? Sometimes I just don't get this fan base. Y'all would rather root for a guy that moved out west who don't give a fart about you than back the guy that got thrown away to your city. He takes you to the first playoff win since some of y'all been born, and he still can't get no respect. Ben Johnson calls a trash game in the third quarter, and he still can't get no respect. I don't understand this. What do you want from your quarterback? Yes, Jared Goff triggers me. Lions fans act like, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want Lamar Jackson Wilson? Is that who you want? Do you want Josh Allen? Is that who you want? Or do you want to win? For all of that, Josh Allen ain't been nowhere. He ain't been nowhere. I don't understand. Every quarterback is going to have a bad game. We just like we don't understand why you're always complaining about a DN when the D-line top 10. I told you, truth teller, who is getting on my last nerve, what my complaint is. I told you. I don't understand, bro. Get it through your head. The defense is top 10, and one man has all the sacks. I've always complained about a second pass rusher. Our D-line, bro, the numbers back me up. What are you talking about? The numbers back me up. I don't understand this. The numbers back me up. But you just complaining right now. I complain with a backstory, with stats, bro. Our defense has been ranked bottom third for 4 years. What are you talking about, bro? Jared Goff was a top 5 quarterback in statistics. I don't understand this. Y'all don't like the man, fine. Fine, it's okay. Just say that. No, listen, this is entertainment. Y'all don't understand, bro. I get off this stream and I go take a shower. I'm good. This is part of how it go. This is entertainment. You can't be boring. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to blame him for what happened. That's why I'm saying the offense is not doing good, but our defense is shining. The defense is shining for sure. I just don't understand what y'all want. I don't understand what you want from Jared Goff. I don't. He throws a pick, we win. Y'all, and I swear, man, if y'all had on a Detroit Rams jersey, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You really do. But this man, I mean, it's almost like, you know, it's like being called a nerd. You know what I'm saying? It's like being called, oh, he's soft. It's like he don't do what you want him to do, but he wins games. He wins games. You said he's mid. Who cares? Who cares? Brock Purdy ain't all that. Daniel Jones ain't all that. How many above average quarterbacks do we have in the NFL? How many above average quarterbacks, talent wise, athletically? Was Tom Brady mid? Come on, bro. I just don't understand. Just tell me what you want. You ain't say that though, did you? You want Mahomes. Everybody want Mahomes. JG could let you get. They want you to run like Vic. Goff won the game with his scramble, and nobody's talking about that. I don't understand. We all want the same thing. We want this team to win, and we all got our preferences, right? You might like a redhead. I might like a brunette. I don't know. You might like him light skinned. Somebody else might like him dark. I don't. But at least say that. At least say, you know what? I just don't like this guy. I don't like him. But because every argument you have is irrelevant. Jared Goff didn't lose the NFC title game. The defense did. If anybody got us there, he got us there. It's like y'all want the shiny toy. I just don't understand y'all. I want a QB to play a complete game and score in the second half of the games against a better team. Detroit loses that game. Okay, truth. That same better team put up 41 points on the LA Rams. 41 points, bro. The NFL is week to week. The 49ers lost the game today. No 2 weeks are the same. The Baltimore Ravens gave up a lead and almost lost to the Cowboys. No 2 weeks is the same. You know what? That's cool if you want that, but that's not the reality. And then you got to look past that. Ben Johnson, what is Ben Johnson doing? I didn't hear you say Ben Johnson. You going to blame Ben Johnson for a 3rd and 2 deep ball to J-Mo when Monty is killing folks? I don't understand that. It's really like, you know what Goff is? Goff is easily picked on. He has that pick on face. That's what it is. Because I ain't see y'all do this with Stafford. I ain't see y'all do this with Stafford. When Stafford was here with that bum Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, none of y'all was coming like this for Stafford. None of y'all was coming like this for him. Jared Goff has a pick on me face. That's what it is. I don't understand. We win a game and we arguing. This guy takes us to the NFC title game and we talking about he ain't good enough. Our coach said he was good enough. What you gonna do? Y'all tell me to chill out, trust the process. Brad Holmes is the GOAT. Well, your coach told him he's good enough for Detroit, so he should be good enough for you. I'm done, man. I'm tired of defending this guy. If he's bad, I'm gonna tell you he's playing bad. Prosper, I don't know, bro. If you watch my streams, you'll see he threw a bad pass today. You need to come around more, bro. Because last week I said it was 100% on him. So you need to, but I appreciate your money though, bro. That's going to buy me a coffee. So you can keep asking questions and donating. It works for me just fine. If you don't, you obviously don't watch the channel. Goff secured the win with the run. There were people who was hating on Stafford back. But hey, Rashard, they never talked about Stafford like this. They followed that man to another state. They followed that man to another state. You know how despicable that is? You know how terrible that is? You followed him to another state for the Detroit Rams? That's an abomination. But we can't get this man who gave us, does he have a bad game? Yeah. Nobody talks about Lamar like this. Nobody talk about reckless Josh. I just don't understand, man. Anyway, this was not supposed to turn into, but if you want to donate and talk and ask, please, by all means, donate. I will gladly have your money deposited into my account. So donate and ask a question. But obviously, you might want to do some research first. When I put the blame around, y'all the ones that don't want to blame people. I hold people accountable all the time. Anyway, when Jared Goff leads us to a Super Bowl, keep that same energy. I beg you, keep that same energy. And I swear, do not come around here. Because this guy has taken you further than you have ever been in most of your lifetime, and it's still ain't enough. I think it's funny how none of y'all hold Brad Holmes accountable. 0 people hold Brad Holmes accountable. I'm the only one that does it. Nobody talks about DPJ. Nobody talks about Trinity Benson. I'm the only one that does it. But Jared Goff, he can't ever do no right. He's not the guy you want. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of the girl that want a thug. She want to date a thug and marry a thug, but then once the thug thugs, then she want the nice guy. Jared Goff is good enough for the city. I just don't understand y'all. But anyway, I'm done. Because I say Goff needs to play better, we are not down on this team. They all need to play better. Jared Goff he did enough for us to win today. That's what I'm saying. He threw 1 interception after completing 14 passes straight. Kyler Murray threw an interception. I just don't understand. Goff's flaws are exacerbated, bruh. That's what I'm saying. Ben Johnson need to coach better. Dan Campbell, kick a field goal every so often. Marcus Davenport, make a tackle. Terrion Arnold, stop holding. But Goff is the problem. That's what I'm saying, bro. He just got a pick on me face. Anyway, it's late. Rainbow Girl with the dono. Appreciate you. Says, JG could resurrect the dead from Lions. Lions fans still be hating. People be hating on him, even though he has done more for Lions in 3 years than Matty has done in 12. Mind-boggling. Rainbow Girl, he just is easily picked on. That's what it is. I think Stafford had like a hold over people. I just don't know. But Goff is easily, he got that bully face. Like people they want to bully him. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what he does for this team. He will always get picked on. He will always get picked on. I don't understand. Brad Holmes made the trade for Jared Goff. Jared Goff was part of that trade. Now there's rumors talking about Aaron Donald might have been part of it. They might have wanted him, but Brad wanted, and when y'all was trying to get rid of, don't forget, in 2022, y'all remember who y'all wanted? Malik Willis. Y'all wanted Malik Willis in 2022. Jared Goff makes a mistake, put in Hendon Hooker. Every year this man has been our quarterback, you have been trying to replace him. Your coach is like, nah, we good. Your GM is like, nah, we good. Your team is like, nah, we good. You're the only one that's not. I don't understand that. I just truly don't understand that. Anyway, listen. Lions take on the Seahawks next week. We need this win. Seahawks are they playing right now? Let's see. Let's see what the scores are. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's all love. It's all love. I can't believe it's 8:40. It's crazy. Atlanta is beating Kansas City right now. Halfway through the first quarter, 7-0. Jacksonville and Buffalo, they play tomorrow night. I'll be doing that game on my other channel. Washington, Cincinnati play tomorrow night on they play on ABC, I believe. And let's go over to end what the late games were. Carolina puts up 36 points. 36 points, man. Devontae Adams, do y'all think the Jets would trade for Devontae? I don't know, bruh. If they fall off a cliff, I could see Aaron Rodgers. And if Aaron Rodgers get his hands on Devontae Adams, they better watch out because Aaron Rodgers was feeling it last week. Seattle, Miami Dolphins are going to suck. They're going to suck. I heard that a rumor about somebody talking about them trading for Hendon Hooker. They need to make something happen or their season is gone. Detroit obviously got the win. Baltimore, Dallas got the win, and the LA Rams got the win as well. Listen, it's all love. We all want what we want. I have been to the point where, all I do is go by the numbers. That's it. And the numbers say that Brad Holmes is a great GM. He's great at drafting, but he's terrible at trading it for wide receivers. And he has not properly addressed the opposite side of Hutch, right? That's what the numbers say. The numbers say that we miss Josh Reynolds. That's what the numbers say. Okay? A lot of my stuff, I get emotional when I talk, but y'all think I just say this stuff. I said last year that we needed an edge rusher. We didn't get one. Instead, we traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones, who, by the way, has not been elevated off the practice squad all year. I said that James Houston was not him, and he has three snaps in 3 games. So the numbers say that your boy is right? I just go by the numbers. Y'all think it's emotion because of how animated I get. But would you rather watch me get animated or would you rather watch dry eyes? Yes, the Detroit Lions did this yesterday. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do all my videos just like this from now on. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. I will catch you guys in the next video.